Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're hopping into the next episode of The Wire. This is season number 1, episode number 6, titled The Wire. So before I hop in, I know you guys have been saying on YouTube that this show is kind of meant for binging. Unfortunately, we're just not going to do it that way just because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to binge. It's just that doing these reaction channels, like doing this like reaction series and stuff like that, it's just I want to keep things fair. I'm just I just threw my net out there and I caught a few shows to see what kind of interest it brings in. And if The Wire was pulling like crazy ass numbers, you know what I mean, then yeah, we would do it more often. But it just also comes down to the fact that I am my own editor, and we're still growing this channel, so it is just me filming, recording, editing, all that good stuff. And it is a challenge to like edit like hour-long dramas. And they're not as quick to edit as like a Community or A Good Place, etc., etc. But if I was better at editing, if I had better equipment set up, if I just if I had all the resources at my disposal, I probably could do this. I could probably would binge it. I'm do like some big mega video or whatever. Trust me, I would love to do that if that's what you guys would want. It's just that unfortunately, reality is here and it's a real thing, and unfortunately, we just can't do it that way. But trust me, I would love it. And I know you guys say that this show doesn't really hold your hand. It doesn't really go over things that kind of went down. It's either you retain the information or you don't. It's kind of like all's up in the air to see if you're able to kind of follow along. I mean, I think I'm doing a solid job. I'm not like I can't figure out what the hell's going on. So hopefully I don't get lost or whatever in the story. But I'm digging it. I like the characters. I like what we're doing, and I kind of want to see what happens next. So before I do want to remind you guys, if you guys want to skip the YouTube highlights and watch this episode with me in its entirety, that option is available to you right now over on Patreon. Links are in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is drop a like, comment down below what you want to see me react to next, subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, and of course, share it with your friends. Helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. That being said, last episode, it was like they got Omar's like dude, right? They found him at the arcade, and I think Stringer Bell and his boys they either picked him up and they called um, D, and they're like, "Hey, it's been taken care of." So we're gonna pick up, I think, immediately after that and see what happens there. I don't know what Omar is gonna do about this, but he's kind of sorta like has like a bridge with the police. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, let's just hop into this episode, talk about it immediately afterwards. All right, guys, remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's do it. Okay, what? Oh shit, that's Omar's boy. Oh, he's dead. Dead.
You see? That's him right there. That's Omar's boy.
Yeah.
I'm a reasonable guy. In fact, everywhere I go, people say to me, Bill Rawls, you are a reasonable fucking guy. Do you know what we do here, McNulty?
What we do here?
We work murder cases here, detective. We work them as they come in, one at a fucking time. It's called the rotation. But if someone gets it into his head to leave the rotation, it puts an unfair burden on the other detectives who have to pick up their casework. And that can make someone who is otherwise as reasonable as me
Unreasonable.
Unreasonable.
Detective McNulty, I expect to see your ass back here next week when your shift rotates to night work.
Yay. Oh, okay. Okay, so they're like hooking up.
My mama always said, don't let them get to cooking. Once they get into your kitchen, ain't nothing left to do but give them a key to your house. When it come to pussy, ain't no free.
Yeah, better believe it.
We got a tap on the courtyard payphone here. By tomorrow, we'll be up on 2 near the high rises. But we can't listen to anything unless we know one of our targets is using the phone.
More bullshit.
Detective, this right here. This is the job. What other kind of work were you expecting?
Blows bubble.
Yeah? Where at? 800 block in the rear. Yeah, I got it.
Why is he gonna find out about Omar's boy?
We found him with the Kevlar, like the one Warden caught last week.
Don't have a name, but he's part of a stick-up crew. Took off a stash house last month. Jesus, they must have killed this kid 4 or 5 times.
Cut him in a dozen places, burn him with cigarettes. Like a torture fest, what it was.
I'm surprised we didn't get to see that. I mean, I'm kind of glad, but
You waiting for crime lab?
Over an hour. Only 2 units on the street, and both of them are up at the city council president's house.
He was all cut up and shit. His insides was hanging out. It's fucked up, yo.
I mean, yo, when you picked up that phone, what you think they was gonna do, huh?
true.
Yeah, like you and that girl, huh?
Ah, shit.
I mean, I like what you said about all that killing, you know? Especially that part about how it ain't gotta be like that. Just sell the shit and move on. Yo, D, it fucks me up. It's like he's looking out, like he sees everything, you know?
Don't think about it.
Easier said than done. Now,
Kid on the line.
He's beating someone.
Yo, what up? Yo, you ain't here? Hold on. Yo, Strings. It's D.
oh shit. It's gonna be so sad when D goes to jail, man, or prison. When he gets arrested,
Bodie home.
when he gets caught.
The young boy who was with him, light-skinned kid from the cemetery.
Where?
In the alley behind the 800 block of Argar, right across from the low-rises. Yeah, we gotta get with Omar.
Omar might work with them now as payback, so it might work out for him.
I can't help but notice that your client is under a delinquent petition for the sale of narcotics and further for assault on a police officer. Beyond that, he walked away from a JSA facility.
He was involved for a time in the sale of a small amount of drugs, a transaction for which he received no remuneration. However, we will contend that it was Preston who was the victim of a brutal police beating, indications of which are still evident on him, Your Honor.
Yo, we're gonna take off on the Copper House.
Damn, Johnny, the first few days out, you wanna get all dramatic with me. Copper House.
Got to be got, Holmes.
Copper House.
Gracious.
Take cash me out.
Yeah.
One of ours on the line.
Carp, call for you.
Yeah, hello? You ain't gonna believe who I'm looking at right now.
Mm.
Yo, what up, man? Yo, Stick, what up? Yo, what your manners, fool? Oh, my bad, yeah.
Yo. Hey, listen up. New deal. Wallace, you're gonna be on the stash now with LaTroy and Peaches.
And what about Sterling?
Sterling, he gonna be down on Preston looking out for a while. Cassandra, too.
Fuck him, Rawls. He's fucking up the case to get to me.
No, he's fucking it up for 3 paper clearances on prior cases, Jimmy. It ain't personal.
You talk to Landsman?
Jay can't fix this. Rawls told him to have the warrants typed and ready by morning.
Rawls couldn't care less. Rawls wants me home and he wants the stats, that's all.
Then we take this to Daniels.
Daniels?
Isn't Daniels dirty?
Are you kidding me? Daniels has been trying to put the brakes on this for weeks now. This will be his new excuse to close shop.
We tell Daniels.
Fuck Daniels and his fucking ass-kissing up the chain of command ambition.
What other choice you got, huh?
Fucking idiots! What do you want, dope or something? Mostly, yeah. Come on, get up. Ow, ow, oh! Trying to rip out my guts or something?
Oh shit!
What are you doing? Stay there! All right.
Damn, boy, they all come out of you?
Onion soup, Campbell!
Oh.
Rawls is a major.
Rawls is an asshole.
My point is, he ranks me on this.
What'd I tell you?
So what do we do?
Oh, how we doing? We doing good. We doing good. You know, if you say we doing good.
I'm putting $500 in the boy hand for doing the scope. I'm putting $500 in your hand for doing the relay. Put $500 in Weebay and Bird hand for doing the muscling up. Everybody a little pressed, right?
Oh, yeah. You know, ain't no surprises yet. They all just a bunch of begging ass bitches, you know. I mean, ain't nobody showed no money since.
You gonna keep it humming though, right, cuz?
Hey, you know.
Oh, you got your hands up? You got your hands up?
40 cents. Come on, no, not 40 cents a foot. No, sir. No, sir. Look, respectfully, I gotta tell you. All right, for 40 cents a foot, you might as well go ahead and drive one out to Home Depot.
If a copper that isn't stolen.
Look, all right,
35 cents. 35 cents a foot. And that's on the respect I have for y'all, okay? What y'all trying to do in our community.
30 cents a foot. Take it or leave it.
Who's this?
Hey, yo, I want to see him.
Who?
Brandon, my boy.
My plan, Bubs. Johnny had a plan. I got a plan too. What? We're gonna wait
You want to take it back?
before the drywall get up. We creep back in there and steal that shit right back. You good? I could top off with one more.
Uh-oh. Where's your boy? Where's your boy?
What? It's because I'm white, right? Why don't you just let me... Oh, man, what's that? What's that?
Hey. So, what you gonna do with your money?
Yo, why you punk Sterling like you did? I mean, he did get shot behind this shit. Cass, too.
Because they was thieving, yo. Both of them.
You ain't tell anybody? I mean, Stinkum, Bodie. They don't know?
If I tell them, what you think they gonna do?
Kill him.
They gonna take a baseball bat to Sterling. Probably one to Cassandra, too.
So why didn't you pay us? That wasn't right.
Stringer thought we had a snitch down here. So, he told me to punk y'all for a little while, see who was still holding money at the end of the week.
Ooh, that was like bone chilling. I'ma help you.
You up to this?
Pay it back, Omar. Pay it back.
What are they gonna do? He's gonna wear a wire. He's gonna wear a wire. Maybe.
Man, why we ain't in no real police office? Oh, we look like you, Omar. Out here on our own, playing the game for ourselves.
I know you want to go to wherever it is you lay your head and pick up that sawed off you like so much and go or not. That's how a man like you wants to carry you. Now you gonna do what you gonna do. But whatever else you can give us on Barksdale and his people, well, that can go to hurting them too.
Hey, look, let me tell y'all something, all right? What I do. Straight like that.
When'd you last see Brandon?
Tuesday. Around 7, maybe later.
When Bailey got killed, you must have figured the Barksdale was coming back on you, right?
Man, Bailey, please. The niggas' enemies got enemies.
But you were worried about Brandon, right?
Look, in my game, you take some care and you play the safest way you can.
So, who came after Brandon?
I heard it might have been Weebay, Boy Stinkum, and Bird.
Lieutenant, think what you're doing here. You're gonna cross Bill Rolls? And to do what? To fight for a case a deputy of operations doesn't even want.
And Bird worked for Avon.
Yeah, it's one of his shooters. Like to use this real sweet gun he got, a 380 from Austria, Australia, something like that.
A gun alone ain't enough.
Oh, no? Come on, now, so what be enough then?
Eyeball witness. Some kind of corroboration for what you're telling me here.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I'm your man.
That's what I thought. Here we go.
You can ID this man Bird as a shooter of William Gant. And you ain't afraid to go into court downtown and testify against one of Barksdale's people.
Oh, I don't scare.
I'm charging 3 murders.
You charge those cases, my investigation folds. And what's more, not one of those cases is strong enough for court. You know that.
The case I charge on today can be twice as strong by the trial date. Then we go home like good old-fashioned cops and pound some Budweiser.
It was McNulty himself who made the ballistics match on these murders, and he's telling me to fight this. He knows you don't have a viable prosecution. So do you, so do I.
Why not jump on this?
Because if Major Rolls is right, then he will be just as right a month from now. We lose nothing. But if he's wrong, then it's too late to do anything else.
The murder warrant's on hold. The deputy gave us another month.
Good.
Also, whoever that was you brought in here today gave himself up as an eyewitness in the Gant murder.
Omar.
And Greg said to tell you she'd write it up in the morning.
Thanks.
Maybe we can be on the same page for once. Shit. Okay. All right, guys. So that was The Wire, season 1, episode 6, titled The Wire. Solid episode. It was a good follow up to what we got last time, where, they found Omar's boy, Brandon. They roughed him up. What'd they say? Cigarette burns, broken fingers, cracked forearms. They basically beat the fuck out of this guy. And basically trying to get him to give up Omar. Street name, address, something. And apparently he didn't break. So there's that. Now, this is an interesting take right now, just because now we're going to follow Omar, who's going to be putting himself directly in the line of fire because, like you said, Omar doesn't scare. And that's like, that kind of gave me gave me chills a little bit, just because the actor who plays Omar, he looks like he just fits that role. He's very straight faced, he owns that role. So when I see him, and he delivers his lines, he steals the spotlight whenever he's on. And I'm convinced that he is that character. Which is what makes this episode, what makes this show so exciting a little bit. It's not exciting in the traditional sense of watching a drama unfold. It's just more like, I don't know. It's just like you get to see this character from a new angle, and it's still cool. He still has a personality. He's still cool no matter how you look at him, and he's well rounded. He's 3-dimensional. He's layered, and I like that. And I like how now the tables have turned, and he's going to be working with the police. He's going to put himself in the line of fire. He's going to testify. Legit go downtown to a courtroom and literally get in front of a judge and say he witnessed. Who did it say? Bird. Bird is the guy who killed William Gant, the guy who was killed earlier in the series. I think it was episode 1 where we saw D'Angelo kind of rubbernecking with the rest of them at the end, and he sees Gant dead on the ground. So it's confirmed that Bird did it. And Omar gave up a bunch of other names too. There was Weebay, he gave up. I thought what he was going to do was literally confirm pictures, put the faces to the names, to the numbers. That's what I thought he was going to do. Maybe he were going to do that in the next episode or so, but I can't wait to see what happens next. I can't wait. I mean, Omar's literally going to help us. And on the one hand, that's cool. But on the other, I kind of don't want D'Angelo or Stringer or any of those guys to be caught. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure out, how does this work? Because all these characters are really good. And it's weird to kind of root for one side over the other, just because I find myself invested with a bunch of these characters. From the police side, McNulty and Kima. From Stringer's aside, I like D'Angelo a lot. I also like Stringer Bell. And from Omar's side, I like Omar. So there's a bunch of key players as factors in the show and the narrative that I'm rooting for, and I'm being pulled multiple directions. I don't know who I want to win, and I don't know who I want to get away, but I just can't wait to see what happens next. And I do kind of want to keep this short, just because I did recently come back from vacation, and you guys probably can't tell, but my voice is still kind of cracking. I'm kind of getting over a minor cold, so I don't want to keep agitating it. But so I'm going to end this post-show discussion a little bit early, just because I don't want to compromise future reactions. I don't want to say I'm a little bit behind with recording, but I don't want to compromise future reactions nonetheless. But so I do apologize if this post-show discussion was cut short, and if you guys are a little disappointed by that. But I'm very excited to see what happens next. I want to see Omar working with the cops and seeing where we get once he's all strapped up with the wire, and we start progressing and possibly make some arrests. Who knows? But until then, I'm just gonna see you guys next time. Alright guys, so if you guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction, you guys want to see this video with me in its entirety, that option is available to you right now over on Patreon. Links in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is drop a like, Comment down below what you want to see me react to next. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, and of course, share it with your friends. Helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of The Wire, Season 1, Episode 7. One step closer to the finale, and we'll figure out what to do from there. All right, guys. Adios.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it. And if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.